It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Express. It's so good to have you join us as we talk about something that is ridiculously close to my heart. I don't know why, but I absolutely love milk. Now, I'm glad no one else is sitting here, the presenter team, because they would rag me about how old I am right now. But do you guys remember when milk was delivered in glass bottles to your doorstep by the milkman? You would drive in the electric car and then he would actually leave the milk, fresh milk in bottles. Well, I do. We all know that dairy is high in protein. In fact, it's the original protein shake, as well as an array of essential vitamins and minerals. I speak from a parenting perspective, but milk isn't just good for our bodies. It's so nutrient-rich, in fact, that it's also good on our wallets too. You can stretch it. And here to tell us a bit more about the amazing benefits of dairy is Project Manager of Consumer Education Project of Milk SA, Christine Leighton. Christine, welcome to it. Finally, I've met a milk fan, as much of a milk fan as I am.
Wonderful.
I used to drink it by the gallon. And I do actually remember when the guys used to drop it off with the bottles. But I just remember my poor mother getting home after a long day's work and realizing that I'd drunk all the milk in the house. But it is such a healthy drink to have. And I think it's been reinforced by the fact that I've got 2 young kids. Maybe a good place for us to start is how dairy, because I think it's an opportunity for dairy to have a resurgence again. How can we make dairy a part of a busy lifestyles for ourselves and especially for our children?
Well, you know, dairy is so nutritious, firstly, as you know. It is convenient, it's tasty, it can be enjoyed as is or as part of a meal. So you can put it into any occasion. So you can have it for your breakfast. If you're hungry, just have a chunk of cheese. On the run, a latte. So it's easy to just include in your everyday busy life. Plus, then obviously the nutrients. So you've got the good quality protein, which is equal to that we find in meat or in eggs. Your carbohydrate is lactose, natural sugar. So it's a natural milk sugar. And then the fats. I mean, the fats you can expand on because it's also very healthy. Then you get the vitamins and minerals. So what else do you need for a busy body? Just, it's there in one product. Just grab it and go, you know?
Completely. And we get really good produce here in South Africa, so we're blessed to have really good milk. Yeah. It sounds crazy, but when you actually break it down like that and think about how many areas of our diet it's permeated into, we really do rely on it so heavily. You mentioned the healthy fats, and I'm of that opinion. Full fat. Don't play around. That's what I believe, but because I've needed to for my kids, they need that full fat yogurt, they need full cream milk. What other variants of milk do we get?
So milk comes, obviously, you get fresh pasteurized milk, you get UHT, and it stands for ultra high temperature, which is also often referred to as box milk.
Okay,
and
so it has a longer shelf life.
So the only difference between them is the heat treatment, and I'm not going to go into what the heat treatment is, but it's important that milk is heat treated because it can contain harmful bacteria and cause disease. So milk, we encourage consumers to buy heat treated milk, either pasteurized UHT or there's also ESL, extended shelf life. But in South Africa, it's also illegal to sell raw milk. Raw milk, also referred to as unprocessed milk, because if it's certified, it's fine, because we don't know what's in the milk, and it can cause disease. So we always encourage boil your milk. If you've got raw milk, boil it and just cool it. And then when you're looking at powdered milk, make sure that when you're looking at the packaging that it's actually 100% cow's milk. Something like a coffee creamer hasn't got the nutrient profile that you get in normal milk. So therefore, you would encourage people to have cow's milk. And full cream, of course, the taste is just so much nicer, you know?
Yeah, completely. Yes. It's a horses for courses. Sorry to the cows out there, but it's you've got to find the variant that suits your lifestyle. And if you're drinking it a lot and can deal with it fresher, then great. Yes. Otherwise, that's been the ones that have been heat treated for longer shelf life. Go for that, but you're still getting the level of nutrients. The nutrient element becomes so much more important when we consider the economic hardship that so many people have faced over the last year. What recommendations do you have for people looking to get more value for money out of their spend when it comes to dairy?
Okay. So we've seen quite a shift in consumer demand for dairy, especially over the last year. And it's almost like they've rediscovered the value of dairy, and they've gone to baking and making their own food and,
For sure.
and making cottage cheese. And with that comes the use of butter and cream, and those are more expensive ones, but cheese. But knowing that you're putting a nutrient-rich product into your food makes it that you almost want to say you've got a lot of nutrients per kilojoule, if I can put it like that. You're spending your money well, bang for your buck. Yeah. We also saw that people are moving to, their shopping habits are changing. So they don't go to the shop as often. They buy in bulk. So if you're in the shops and you see cheese on a good price, buy the bulk, because you take it home, you grate it, put it in small containers, put it in your freezer, and then you just take that out and use it, and before all the kids have eaten it up, you see, then you've got it all saved. Same with milk.
Your kids.
Your kids, yeah. Same with milk, freeze as well. Cream, freeze as well, although it won't whip afterwards, you can add it to your food and blend it in.
Like that, sure.
So, with this pandemic, consumers are also very concerned about their well-being. So they want to know that what they're eating is good for them. So in dairies, they want to know, we always get the question, how can I get my immunity better? So the nutrients in dairy also support the immunity. And many of them, but especially vitamin A and zinc. And if we look at zinc, I mean, everybody knows you've got to take zinc during the pandemic.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, just looking at zinc, so zinc is its function is to fight diseases, many other functions as well. But 1 glass of milk is going to give you 10% of your needs of zinc per day. A chunk of cheese of 40 grams is going to give you 30%. Wow. So you see, by just taking 3 servings of dairy, which we recommend, then I would say that's already spending your money well and getting the nutrients at the same time. And I think that's why we say it's an economical
It really, bang for your buck. Yeah, bang for your buck completely. That's why I have 10 glasses of milk every single day, because it's 10% of your daily nutrients needs when it comes to zinc. Yeah. I'm so happy. You can see I'm getting to have finally met a milk fan that is as passionate about this as I am, from cheese toasties and bowls of gogos and masi to buttermilk rusks, fresh pancakes. Dairy really is super versatile and the ultimate comfort food, but it is jam-packed with nutrients, which is the most important part. So as I'm talking to you right now, go and pour yourself a glass of milk. Make it full cream, just on me this morning.
Willem asks, what makes our school so special?
Are you ready? Yes, go. Then push.
I say, it's not special. We encourage our students to excel at everything that they do. And they do.
Checkmate.
You see, in the right environment, you never know what your child might achieve, because what you get out is what you put in. And that is our recipe for success.